understanding, diplomatic representative. This is my office. There are no surveillance devices here, so you can rest easy. Yes, that's me. But I don't think I deserve all the praise. I simply want the Hope Fleet to help humanity find a new home as soon as possible. Our fleet has no shortage of officers like Hipper, brimming with idealism and courage. It's because of them that I've found the strength to persist, and the motivation to mediate with Anchor Infinity. Nanto is young and hot-tempered. As far as I'm aware, all of this was his own doing while Mr. Rafa was unwell. Speaking of Mr. Rafa, I need to go apologize to him. After all, I wasn't able to carry out Project Astralis, which he supported despite everyone else's objections. I'll also help clear up the misunderstanding between you and Nanto. Rest assured, I guarantee that all scheduled diplomatic negotiations and events will proceed as planned.
So, the High-Cross diplomatic representative is just hiding out here, taking it easy?
They've been in and out of the brain interface room countless times this week, and having just gone through a major battle, it's perfectly normal to fall asleep after finally relaxing. Relax. I'm the one who let him in. He proposed cooperation terms I simply couldn't refuse. Once you hear them, you might find them hard to refuse too.
Cooperation has never been about shared ideals, only shared interests. You want to find Baggis, and so do I. You can't stand Rob. So if he's in danger, I'll do everything I can to help him. If you hate him so much, are you really willing to let him die at Rafa's hands? If you want to kill him yourself, then help me find him. I can leverage every privilege and connection I have in Anchor Infinity, and do everything in my power to get you any information you need. This is no time for joking around. Baggis is in a predicament much like Shirley's. Their consciousnesses have undergone brain interface uploads and could be breached at any moment by Lana's computing power. Now is not the time to be playing the enemy of my enemy is my friend games. You still harbor such naive fantasies? Think back. Who framed you and had you thrown in prison? Smeared you as a fraudster, kidnapped Shirley for experimentation, and used you to murder the homecomers?
I think you may still have some misconceptions about Rafa, Anchor Infinity, and Nanto, diplomatic representative. I didn't get a chance to mention this earlier. I only made it to the prison in time and saved you from Anchor Infinity because of an encrypted message from Nanto. He's the one who sent me back to vouch for you. I'd say that's more than enough to demonstrate his sincerity. And don't forget, without my support, you can't verify your identity, let alone negotiate with Rafa. Before you were imprisoned, Rafa had already cut off contact with Ida and sealed the passage you used to get here. Right now, you need to calm down and think about how many options you really have left. Nanto, the diplomatic representative has already made themselves perfectly clear. Cooperation requires good faith from both sides, and the support you gave to spring them from prison was plainly not enough.
Then allow me to give you a deeper understanding of Rafa. He never cared about the Kylians. After Apex fell, Anchor Infinity became the sole power, and his habitat exploration plan is just a pretense to placate the Kylians. Odin's Tavern, which was built by Agleia, was originally a contact network that Apex used to sponsor the homecomers. After Asurada's death, Rafa ordered me to keep Odin's Tavern running in secret, channeling whatever aid the pirates needed. This is Lana's strategy for Rafa. Impose authoritarian rule to drive the Kylians into piracy. Use those pirates to bog down the Hope Fleet. And finally, have the Hope Fleet crack down on the real homecomers.
That's it. In recent years, the Hope Fleet hasn't carried out any real expeditions beyond cracking down on pirates. And those so-called expeditions are really just insect cleanup operations in the mine for Anchor Infinity.
You can really pull that off?
Of course. Every Hope Fleet vessel is built by Anchor Infinity and fitted with the Lana Smart piloting system. So long as space-time turbulence doesn't cut Lana off, the ships can only be flown by her. The only way I could get back here was on an antique ship I bought on the black market, cobbled together from parts the pirates had scrounged. Since it wasn't equipped with Lana's system, I was able to safely land at Brighton port.
What's your plan then? I can't possibly agree. If you help me rescue Baggis, I guarantee I'll be the one who wins next time.
You need the representative's help to save Baggis. Once he's saved, they'll find out anyway. Revealing his identity now won't make much of a difference, will it? If you'd rather I didn't know, I can wait outside. When you're finished, just let me know.
There's no need for that. I'm just amazed this clever yet arrogant High-Cross representative still hasn't figured out Baggis's true identity. Lana's computing server is down, so she has no eyes on the prison, except at the key entrances and exits. To keep the prison under control, I have to temporarily stand in for Lana. I take it you uncovered Baggis's identity in prison 50 years ago. Back in her homeland of Asperia, Miss Agleia. Think again. After Miss Agleia boarded the space station, she rebuilt Odin's Tavern, both to comfort the Kylians, who were devastated by the disaster, and to preserve the memories of her hometown and childhood, which she could never return to. So, after Miss Agleia was put into cryogenic sleep because of Starstone Syndrome, who took charge of Odin's Tavern? But Asurada is already dead. Who do you think he trusted most before he died? So you knew the Phantom's true identity all along. No wonder you linked me to his death so early on. At that time, he was suffering from Starstone Syndrome, and even the special medicine had no effect on him. Because of his poor health, he even cut back on attending the Apex meetings. By then, he no longer had the strength to play the Phantom. So he decided to put on the last act of his life, which he titled The Lone Assassin. It's said that while he was on Asperia, he read some classics from his home planet. One story told of a martyr who, in order to overthrow the enemy king, allowed an assassin to behead him. Then the assassin presented his head as a gift to the enemy king. The king received it personally, giving the assassin the opportunity to strike. And the only person capable of driving him to such lengths is my aunt, Miss Agleia Baggis. I'm out of time. I need to return to Anchor Infinity and submit my report. I've said all I can. This is the greatest sincerity I can offer you.
Then you can return for now. Give the diplomatic representative some time. I'll clear things up here.
Please remember this. I came here today because General Veronika took my prisoner, and I came solely to demand an explanation. I got into a huge argument with her, and in the end, I left empty-handed.
I gave Anchor Infinity's director of the Safe Navigation Department a severe scolding in front of Reikos' diplomatic representative, and Director Nanto swore to properly repay me for today's treatment.
Of course. With Rafa dead, Anchor Infinity will be leaderless. A bunch of fat fools hardly worth worrying about. Soon enough, I'll control not only Anchor Infinity, but also the nearly completed Third City. Among the Todd family legacy, Odin's Tavern can unite all the pirate factions, and the Apex servers can store Lana after her source permissions are rewritten. Once Baggis returns, these will form the foundation for rebuilding order in Kailo. General Veronika, you are driven by boundless ambition and lofty idealism, intent on making the Hope Fleet live up to its name under your command. But if you take the helm of Kailo, the strain of long-range expeditions will inevitably bleed it dry. Diplomatic representative, neither you nor Reikos are worth trusting. For now, I have no choice but to rely on you. But the moment Lana is back under Apex control, I won't let you linger on Kailo ever again.
I know you need time to think. I can give you that, but not much. A day at most.
No one knows about my release yet, do they?
I was just about to take care of that. I'll reach out to my media contacts to clear your name. My assistant Alexander is currently handling the necessary documentation. Tomorrow, the story of the Ida visitor, falsely imprisoned by the Anchor Infinity, will become the talk of Kailo.
Please remember to add a line at the beginning of this lead news item. The diplomatic representative's assistant, Shirley, was taken into Helix Bio Inc. for treatment after suffering from local environmental sickness.
Clever. That way, they won't dare lay a finger on your partner.
Not only that, if we're going to work together, you must guarantee Shirley's safety. Get her out before the media storm hits.
You know, you're actually very similar to Nanto. He made the exact same request of me. Except he was worried about Agleia. My answer to you is the same one I gave Nanto. I'll do my best to ensure her safety, but if you want a swift rescue, your best option is to partner with me.
I understand your position, but we must discuss something more pressing first. Before I left, I made an agreement with Linces. If they hadn't heard from me after 7 days, they would retrace my steps back to Ida. But that location is a trap, and today is the 7th day.
Now that you broke out, Rafa is going to put the entire Brighton zone on high alert. Even if Lana is running on empty, she's still going to be breathing down our necks.
What exactly is going on with this Lana? And how is Rafa using her to control Kailo?
50 years ago, Kailo constructed the Ark space station. Back then, the station's AI was called Noah. After a catastrophic incident aboard the station, Noah's servers were damaged. Then Agleia Todd rebuilt it as Lana. From that day on, as the space base and mines were constructed, Lana spread through every vein of Kailo society. The Brighton zone, constructed atop the remnants of the Ark space station, is no exception.
So what's going on with your Hope Fleet headquarters?
After Kailo established contact with Reikos, Lana soon faced a shortage of computational power. This wasn't unusual. During Kailo's years of rapid reconstruction, Lana often ran into similar shortages. The reconstruction of infrastructure requires the AI's power, but in order for the AI to take over the new facilities afterward, we must increase her processing power. The same logic applies to contacting Reikos and establishing a secure channel. I was fed up with Rafa using Lana to spy on the fleet, so while the channel was being set up, I used saving processing power as an excuse to cut her loose from the Hope fleet.
How are you supposed to do that? Your spaceship can't run without Lana, can it?
Before Lana took control of the spaceship, or when the Kylians couldn't get AI Noah online, how do you think we managed to pilot the spaceship and explore space? Simply put, I rebooted the fleet's old systems that Lana phased out, and trained the necessary personnel. I've staked my claim. I call the shots in every sector where those systems run. I gave up the fleet's navigation and Brighton prison surveillance, made Rafa sign the agreements, and rolled out the old system across the fleet in place of Lana's.
So since Reikos and Kailo got in touch, Lana's not watching the Hope Fleet HQ anymore?
Lana has no control over the fleet's confidential comms, provision pods, or energy transport systems when they run outside the spaceship.
So this is just a recent change? In such a short time, how much could you even prepare? You really think you can overthrow Anchor Infinity?
You want to head back to Or-Zero? I'll get you a fleet pass for the space rift. Oh, and could you also take this handwritten letter to Hipper for me?
So I'm just heading back like this? Really? There won't be any problems?
Your record is cleared in the system, and I'm personally backing you. Don't tell me you're underestimating my influence or that of Hope Fleet.
I trust you. After all, you're the one who seems the most concerned for my safety. Whatever comes next, thank you for your help.